Falls this year. That was a tough team that we played against twice last year. We had a year kind of knowing what they were all about, but an improved team by getting some recruits this year. How did we prepare going into this match?
Yeah, they were tough to prepare for. We knew that they were, their roster was greatly improved over last year, so we knew that it was going to be a tough one. And, they had 6 players have some injuries, and so they have 6 players playing, and we knew they were going to play a lot of zone. And we're a man-to-man team. And, when we struggled a little bit tonight to get our wheels going, and, credit to them. They did a nice job of making us very uncomfortable in our offensive flow. And then, defensively, it was like we forgot what we've been working on, and we just didn't execute very well defensively for a large portion of that first half. We did a much better in the second half, but, we've got a lot of work to do to get better.
You mentioned making some of those adjustments at halftime. You guys have a pretty slim lead at halftime, 39-31. What are some of those adjustments that you're talking about with your players as you go into that?
Yeah, basically, we talked to him about 2 things that I can share with you on the air here. One was we talked about the offensive flow that we were looking for. We tried to demonstrate on the board for them, what we had been trying to work on in practice. It's hard when you're not a zone team. So it was a great, move by them tonight, and they played a lot of zone because they only had 6. But we tried to, make a couple of adjustments where we had guys and what they should be looking for. And then defensively, we just talked a lot about our help. Get in that paint, try to make it difficult for for them to come off the drive. And 34 really hurt us in the second half, and kudos to him. He's got 4 fouls for like 16 minutes before he finally fouls out, but he just played like a beast inside, and that really, that really is our Achilles heel right now, trying to defend that post.
This one for you, Alec. Just kind of in general, the team really, last game we had a great game on the offensive boards. Tonight, 19 rebounds again on the offensive glass. Just talk about, in particular, you playing in the post a little bit more this year as well, of kind of the mentality of going after that, every single loose ball.
I really feel like that's one of the things I can bring to the team is just the hustle and the hustle plays. And I've really talked a lot with Coach Miller about getting after it on the glass, and that's one thing that I like to do. I mean, it's not that hard. All you got to do is just get strong down there. And that's also one thing we've really been working a lot on, is just, especially we knew going into the zone that there was going to be a lot of offensive rebounds, and the coaches are really getting after us to go and get those.
Talk about from last year's team. I mean, you were on the team last year, this year's team, just from a mentality standpoint. I know you have a year of experience under your belt, but how has it helped, with the different players that we have on this year's team? How's it helped improve us this year?
I mean, the obvious is Larry. Larry's been awesome with our team. He's bringing a lot of leadership, and he's bringing a lot of experience to the team, and that's something we obviously lacked last year, being our first year. And also with Curtis, who can also help us down low and get a big body out there, and that's really been helpful. And even with Cam coming in, Cam Kirkman, it's been nice to have him give Larry a couple of breaks here and then.
All right, Coach, for you, I know that we're 2-0, but we, as you said before, we've got a lot more of the season to go through. Coming through the next couple of practices, what are some things that you're going to focus on with your team as we prepare for it?
Yeah, I think Friday night was a pretty win. Tonight was an ugly win. Bottom line for us is they were both wins. So we played well and got a win. We played ugly and got a win. I just want to say something about Alec. Alec's played more in the first 2 games than he played all year last year. And he's done that because of his hard work and just tenacity. Last year on our practice squad, he'd be on the floor for 50 straight minutes, running up and down the floor, trying to guard our guys, and just use that as a platform to improve himself in the game. And I'm just really proud of his efforts, and a lot of our team feeds off of his energy. And so that's the reason he's in here tonight, just to say big kudos to him, as that's the kind of effort that we want to reward as a staff. As far as what's coming up, we've got Thomas University and Emmanuel College coming up ahead of us, 2 very athletic teams that are going to really pressure. They're going to run up and down the floor, and we've got to be, we've got to have great transition defense. So that's one of the things we're going to be working on. We need to get in a flow offensively, which helps us balance the floor. And so that's another thing we're going to be working on. And then defensively, we just got to get better on the defensive end of being able to string together stops and not let teams find creases getting into the lane. We're not very good when we're playing looking at the back of a player who's in the lane getting ready to dish to one of their bigs or kick it out for a three. We're not very good at all when it comes to that. So we got to stop getting in that position. So, we've got 3 days now to work hard and to get prepared. And, I have confidence in these guys. They're going to come out and be ready to play.